Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Art This Week. We are going to be learning about symmetry, and we are going to create our own symmetry painting. I am using watercolor paint, and if this is not something that you have, then you can use food coloring as an alternative. I am also using crayons to add details on top of my painting when it is dry. To begin creating our symmetry, we're going to take a piece of paper and fold it in half. Crease it down the line and open it back up. We are only going to be working on one side of our paper, so the other side we're not going to be applying any paint to, and I'll show you how we're going to create symmetry. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to fold the paper together and rub over where I placed the paint on the other side so I don't get paint on myself. And when I open it back up, the paint will transfer to the other side, creating a mirrored image of what I drew on one side. So I'm going to do the same thing again, draw on one side, close it together, rub, open it back up, and that image transferred to the other side. So it's going to create symmetry because symmetry means the same on one side and the other side, exactly the same. So we are transferring everything we do on one side to the other side to create symmetry. So you can do lines, you can do curves, you can do circles or spirals or dots or stripes, any designs that you want, but remember you're just using one side of your paper. The other side, the ink or the paint is transferring onto that other side. So please make sure that as you're working, you are only placing paint on one side and it's transferring over to the other side when you close it together and rub. Make sure that every time you use a new color of paint, you wash your brush so that you don't mix the paints together. I'm going to do some circles, close it together, rub. And you really want to press hard so that it transfers over. And now I'm going to use a new color and create a line that's kind of curved, maybe kind of like this bumpy line or zigzag line. So lots of different lines, lots of different shapes to create an image. So I'm going to keep doing that one side, transferring it over to the other side. It kind of looks like a smile with some eyes now. So as you're working, you are creating symmetry, but you're also creating some kind of picture. And that picture can be an insect, it can be an animal. Look at what you're creating and decide what your object is that you're creating as you go. Right now mine kind of looks like either like a beetle or a butterfly, some kind of insect. So be thinking about what your symmetry painting is actually turning into as you're working. I'm adding a few more details. I can even add details on top of some paint that's already kind of dry on top. And rub. Open it back up. And I'm going to keep adding until I like the way that my artwork looks. So as you're doing this, keep going until you find a good stopping place. For my last detail, I'm going to add some spirals. If I add more, I won't be able to see my different details that I've already added. So I'm just going to add some spirals and rub, rub, rub. Got a little bit of paint on me, but that's okay. Rub, 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 rub the sides, rub the corners, open it up, and wait for it to dry before doing our next step. So now that my painting is dry, I'm going to take some crayons and I'm going to outline my design with some crayon, and I'm going to add different details. Maybe these are the top of my animal's eyes. Maybe it's a big bug or a big beetle that I've created. And I'm going to give him a little smile and make his eyes really stand out. And we're just using our imagination and being creative and creating maybe some imaginary characters or bugs or insects for our project. The one thing we have to remember is that everything needs to be symmetrical. That means the same on both sides. So whatever we add to one side, we need to add exactly the same on the other side. So if I do a circle on this side with some lines, and a circle in the center, then on the other side, in that same place, I need to do a circle with some lines and a circle in the center. So it needs to be the same on both sides. Symmetry means the same. So now I'm just going to go through and outline all of the different shapes that I previously created. I can use a black crayon. I can use different colors of crayons if I want to. Just be creative and invent your own animal. Use your imagination and have fun. I can also go in with different colors and color in different areas to really add more details to my project. I can add dots on top or color in the body of my animal and add some antennas, or I can give my animal some legs or some arms and create some stars or stripes or shapes or zigzags. Lots of different details to make my project come to life. I hope that you enjoy creating your symmetry painting. I can't wait to see your creativity and how you use your imagination to create your project. We'll see you next time, boys and girls. Thank you so much.